Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
Hello, this is the Hot Topic Show. What can we do?
We won't judge, but we're judging. It's going to be juicy.
Now, here's Wendy.
Thank you for watching. Meet my partners in crime. Some people call them studio audience. Here at Wendy, we call them co-hosts. Yes! My people. How you doing? Well, I've got lip gloss on my teeth. So let me correct that. In the meantime, let's get started. It's time for Hot Topic. I saw Doug running around over there. I thought he was gonna have a tissue. No, it's okay. No, I used one of my layers. I have a second one for backup. It's a two-layer. Hi. So, the following story I do for you, because there's no part of the story I believe. Can a woman just have fun? Mary J. Blige, they're saying, might have a new man. The guy who played Eazy-E in the Straight Outta Compton movie. Well, okay, let me give you a little background on him. First of all, that's not what he looks like in real life. That's him acting as Eazy-E. But in real life, he's got a beautiful smile. And his name is Jason Mitchell. He's 30 years old. Tamari's 46. We checked. He doesn't have kids. He's certainly available. A 30-year-old man certainly does, know what to do and how to act around a 46-year-old woman. I don't consider that such a stretch. Unless maybe he wants children and she doesn't want to have kids or, something like that. Anyway, so, about this little guy. So, I'm sorry, Jason. About you, Jason. So they reportedly got really close while shooting a movie together. This, to me, does not look, I'm a body linguist. And this looks like my body. and he looks like, Mom. Or this is my Auntie Mary J. Blige. But this does not look like I'm gonna blow her back out tonight. No, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. Do you think that they are a couple? No. Okay, see? See, people put all kinds of stuff on the internet, and you really have to squint and figure out what to decipher. Now, there they are again. There he is cheesing. Mary's looking disinterested. And look, he hasn't done anything that we know of before Straight Outta Compton, or anything since then, but certainly being in the company of the queen of hip-hop soul can do something for, well, heck, we're talking about him on Hot Topics, aren't we? Yeah. That's a start. All right, so about this movie. So they were in Sundance together this week promoting the film. She plays his mother in the movie. Mary tried to inflame the situation by posting on her Instagram a picture of them. Is this the picture? This is the one she posted?
Yeah,
okay.
That's the picture.
So this is the one. She posted with it, do you like, and then she deleted it. Now, from what I understand, when you like a picture, the more likes you have, the more people care, I guess. I don't know. So do you like, that's a very safe thing to say. She wasn't implying anything else in my mind. And she deleted it because what else do you do when you've got a husband who you're battling in divorce court and you want him to think that you're having the time of your life, you know what I'm saying? You know how when you want somebody to think you're having a good time, so you don't answer your cell phone? Or you press that button that says, talk to you later, I'm busy. And then you don't talk to them for like 3 days. In the meantime, you're at home, you know, watching daytime TV. And maybe you're at home being miserable, but the point is that you've got to create an illusion of mystique, particularly when, you know, you're dealing with these relationships. You can't make them think that you're at home eating your, you know, mind out and crying, even if that's what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but don't let him see you sweat. So, you know, Kendu is not a body linguist, so he might have fallen for this. So, you know, score 1 for Mary. Okay, great. I'm not falling for it, though. Anyway, and so Hot Topics did some more digging. It's our job. Well, Jason was in the Turks and the Caicos 2 weeks ago and took a picture of a woman that he calls his play cousin. And that's her. Well, we dug into her to find out who this was, because you see him in the reflection of her glasses. So we looked at her Instagram and found out that she posted pictures of this vacation, and guess who was in the pictures? MJB. There she is. So, now, do I think that there's still something not going on with this? This is, look, let me tell you something in my mind. Okay, let me tell you something. Mary does not look interested in him. She looks like, you know, the legend she is, and he's appreciative of it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Mary's got no children. Mary is going through a crisis right now regarding battling a man who wants her money at a time in her career when, you know, the money's coming in, but not like it was back in the day. You know, a woman after 40, no matter what you do for a living, you gotta look out for yourself, because the world is so ageist. The world is so ageist that depending on your career, they throw you over for Ariana Grande when really you have more talent than Ariana in a pinky, or, you know, something like that. I'm not picking on Ariana, I'm just saying. And I think that for the boy hasn't, I'm sorry. For the young man, Jason, he hasn't spoken out to deny or confirm anything. And if I were him, I wouldn't, because it's perceived that they, you know, I guess did the do, and that would be a notch on his belt. And at 30 years old, what 30-year-old man wouldn't want to have Mary as a notch on their belt? If for just one night. That's all. It's great for Mary, though, because she has no kids. She doesn't have to find babysitters and figure out how to explain, you know, a bitter divorce to some kids. And she can pack her bags and have fun with who she wants to at any given, you know, drop of a dime. So, Donald Trump's ex-wives, you know, they were at the inauguration. Ivana is the original wife. They were married for 23?
16
26
years, yeah.
Excuse me, 16?
From 1977 to 1992.
Do the math, I'm busy.
Okay, that
Like,
is 15 years.
I'm trying to sit up straight. I'm trying to keep my composure, and you want me to add. Anyway, all right, so they were married for 15 years, just say, okay. Ivana Trump, and she produced all the kids that now hold cabinet positions in the White House. Okay. She did not produce Barron. Barron, you know, is with the First Lady. All right, so Ivana reportedly snuck out early so she wouldn't bump into Marla Maples. Well, that's where the number 26 comes from. I remember now. It's been 26 years since Ivana confronted Marla in a sloppy, wild situation on the ski slopes in Aspen. And back then, there was a girl named Wendy, and this story was just a gigantic story, particularly here in New York, because the Trump name was, you know, it might have been a worldwide name, but here in New York, it was still it was a name. And Cindy Adams, all the Gossip Girls, Liz Smith, Page Six, my mouth is watering. I mean, the affair, yeah, the affair between Marla and Donald was stuff that sold newspapers. Do you remember? Yes. That is the affair that made you want to turn on Hot Topics, except there was no such thing back then. I mean, Donald was running around town, and Ivanka, you know, is no dummy. She's a businesswoman unto herself. She was running the hotel, the what?
What is it?
The fancy one over across from Bergdorf's.
Oh, Trump Plaza.
Is that it?
Trump Plaza, yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, look, the point is that she was busy running properties. You know, he doesn't like a slouch woman who's just going to sit around, you know. So she's a go-getter, and she, you know, sired him all these kids who turned out to be such nice kids, and now they're in the White House. And I guess you just don't get over the woman who broke up your marriage. You just never get over it, except, I'm gonna give you one exception to the rule. If your ex becomes president, hold on, and here's why, Because it's the most powerful position in the world. And there's only 2 of you who know his ecstasy face, know what he looks like when he wakes up in the morning, you know, I mean, you know the good, the bad, and the indifferent about him, and both of your hearts have been broken by him because, you know, Marla went on and became one of the 10%. You know, the stats show that when a guy has an affair, only 10% of them actually go along and marry the woman that they were, you know, having the affair with. Only 10%. So Marla is part of the 10%, and so these 2 really are in a very unique club. I mean, Ron Reagan had an ex-wife, Jane Wyman. Remember, she played the mother on Falcon's Crest. But we very rarely find a president with ex-wives, especially modern-day ex-wives who can give the screw face and, you know, and wear Oscar de la Renta and, you know, and look at this Marla. She's the winner out of all this. I gotta tell you why. She's silently collecting those hush money Trump checks. She was delightful on Dancing with the Stars when she came here on Wendy, and I was sitting right here at the couch with her. This woman is gorgeous in person. She's really beautiful. And she's really pulled together. And it's not like you can call her a harlot because they ended up getting married and they ended up having Tiffany, and Tiffany ended up graduating from Penn and, you know, has her degree, although I wouldn't act on that degree anytime soon. If I were Tiffany, this would be the time of my life. I'd be like, no, I don't want to work in the White House. I saw a picture of her the other day at the club with a famous actress. I forget who the actress was. Hot Topics, find that, do that research. Yeah, that's a good one. Follow Tiffany's social life. Because, you know, yes. You know, I mean, she has to be pulled together because she's the first daughter. But she doesn't have to be as pulled together as the rest of them. You know what I mean? So, find her tripping up. Here's what I would do, though, if I were Ivanka. Instead of leaving the party, and I said only because now my ex-husband is the president, instead of leaving the party and avoiding Marla, I would stay at the party. And I would use this opportunity to bond with her. That would be my sole reason for staying. The champagne is flowing, the caviar is firm. People are in a celebratory mood. I'd be like, hey, girl. Look, first of all, cheers to cheers to successful divorces and heartbreak, number 1. Number 2, we both have kids with him. We share something so unique. You know, I don't want this to be the last time that we're together. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry too. I was childish. We shouldn't have fought on the slopes. Well, I shouldn't have run around town with your husband. Well, I know how he was. You know, maybe, you know, Ivanka says, it's not your fault. I knew it all along. I was just looking for somebody to blame, and it's always easy to blame the other woman, but he was the one with the most to lose, and he chose you. So, cheers. In the meantime, what about her? What do you think? And this is where me, if I was, you know, Ivanka, all my attention with Marla, we would turn like two hussies and look at Melania and say, imagine that life. Only because, not because of the president. I'm just talking about in general, because they don't, I'm talking about him as a man or him at home or the nuances that, you know, does he, after he eats, that used to drive me crazy, girl, high five. You know, I would, if I were them, I would definitely bond over this, and I would definitely be all up in Melania's business, and that would be the tide that binds us. Anyway, so Ivanka, I'm sorry you left. Marla, still beautiful. And good luck, Melania. So, Keisha Knight Pulliam. Well, you know she had the baby. A little girl, Ella Grace. I told you that the other day, but now there's more to the story. She didn't tell her ex-husband, Ed Hartwell, that she had given birth. Now, Ed, remember, doesn't even believe that he's the father. He thinks the father is, you know, a radio DJ in Atlanta Tigger or somebody else. She's saying, no, it is you. Well, he reportedly found out that she had given birth. How do you think she found out? Or he found out? Yeah, through the lawyer. He had to find out through his own lawyer. We missed that one, though. I wish he found out through Hot Topics. Funny to me. Anyway, to me, all right, first of all, Ed, according to her, you know you're the father of this baby. And the idea that you have not taken any tests, can't they swab something even before the baby is born? Yeah. You could have had something swabbed. Ed, you know you're the father of this baby, and you're just trying to avoid this, and you're trying to shame her and make her look, I don't know, like a contestant on the Jerry Springer show or something, which by the way, this is what it looks like. But if I were her, I would have called him. Everybody in Hot Topics, I was the only one who said this. Why should she call him? And I said, you call him and then you text him. You text him so you have the receipts. That, look, I tried to text him, I tried to tell him. Whether it's that she has to explain that to the divorce attorney or, you know, the paternity person or us, the public, because we're always judging. You know, look, I text him. But then you call him to explain to him, look, you know, I'm on my way to Fitkins Hospital. My water just broke. If you want to show up, fine. You know, I'll be under this name. If you don't want to show up, fine. But I'm just letting you know, Ed. You know, don't leave him a message. You know, talk to him. Just let him know. It's just the right thing to do because this is sloppy for the baby and not for nothing. You know what, Dr. Huxtable? I blame you for all this. I do. I do. I blame him for all of this, and I'm gonna tell you why. Now follow me, because you know I can reach back in a story and bring it around. It's only a 1-hour show though, so I'll talk quick. Now look, this is a sloppy baby's mother, father, ghetto, hood drama thing going on with our Rudy Huxtable. This girl was not raised to grow up like this. At least that's how they cloaked it for us, the public, to believe about all the Cosby kids. Cosby took these kids and not just had them have great images for TV, but in public, he helped groom them. And as well, he groomed himself and made us believe that he wasn't, you know, a jerk. And made us believe that Lisa Bonet was the crazy one who got pregnant with In the meantime, Lisa Bonet is the normal one, okay? I mean, Felicia Rashad, I haven't seen her smile since 1995. Oh, please. Not her sister Debbie, who I love, but Felicia is a very angry woman. Well, you be married to Ahmad Rashad. Okay? Because he put her through it too, but still. You know, and then Theo, what's Theo's name? Theo stomped on Regina King's heart. And there's more to that story, but I don't have time. And then Tempest Bledsoe, well, she had a talk show at one particular point, but like she kind of disappeared into, I don't want to say weird, dumb, I'll just say that she shaved off all of her hair and then she dyed it blonde and then she had a husband who was on the Real Housewives of
Right. He was on a different world, but then he went on to do a reality show, like The Real Husbands of Hollywood or something.
All right, well, that's what her life has become. And then we have our poor Rudy here. Look, Sabrina LaBouffant is so embarrassed. She said, I'm not even showing up for the family picture. You know Sandra, the sister you really never saw, like Chuck on Happy Days. I didn't like her husband. I thought he was such a cornball. Elvin. I mean, he was good for that family, but you know, the thing is that when you build people's images up to be so perfect, and then when they're nothing but humans like the rest of us in real life, it's just shocking. Rudy, it's not that we're judging you, it's just that you were raised to a higher standard, I think, in all of our minds, not just on TV, but off TV, and now you're involved in, I mean, you and Jocelyn, you're involved in the same kind of, I mean, it's just, it's not right, but it's what it is. It's some hood drama. Anyway, clap a little louder, everybody. We got more great show for you. Our Hot Talk panel is going to break down the hottest stories of the week, including Chrisette Michelle's inaugural backlash. But up next, it's time for Celebrity Lookalikes. So don't go far.